What primers work best under Seint and Demi makeup? Well, I'm glad you're here because I have tried so many different primers over the course of the year, and these are my top 3, but I can't wait to hear what your favorite are. So stay tuned. We're gonna do a full face of Seint. I'm not doing beauty today. I'm just doing the 3D highlight foundation today over 2 different primers, and I was very shocked at the end to see which one had a different finish from the other. I was really actually quite shocked by it. And for some people, you don't even need a primer, but it's one of those things that you have to be your own guinea pig. Even experts can't know for sure because skin changes day to day. So stay tuned for best primers under Seint makeup. And if you are here for mature beauty content, please subscribe. It lets the YouTube algorithm know that you are here for mature beauty, and they will put more mature beauty content creators into your feed so that you are actually listening to women who have your same problems and your same solutions to your problems, right? Makes sense. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, I know a lot of you miss Tate running around in my background, so I promised to have him in some videos. He has his little Christmas tie on. Look at this. Once he's aware of his tie, though, he will try to rip it off. Hey, what's over here? What's over here? Look at that cute boy. He's such a stinker. All right. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle Spieler. I'm an over 25-year professional makeup artist. I come from the Hollywood industry. Guess what? I don't teach social media makeup. I teach you how to look good close up because I like to look good close up. I'm also the creator of the Mature Makeup Masterclass, over 20 videos on mature technique ranging across all budgets and products. So check that out. I always have the link in my description. And if you don't know what a description is, click on the title of any video and a description box pops down. That's usually where you'll find everybody's links, okay? Okay, today we're going to talk primers under Seint, okay, because it can be very controversial, and just so you know, not everything works on everybody, right? Seint doesn't work on everybody, and that's fine. That is totally fine. I'm only here for the people who are fed up. They're at the end of their rope. They've tried everything on the market. Everything makes them look old, cakey, textury, and so they want to look creamy and radiant. Those are the 2 words I use for Seint makeup, creamy and radiant. It is truly the mature woman's best friend. That said, it's not going to work for 100% of the people out there. And as a 25-year pro, nothing under the sun works for everyone out there. It just doesn't. We have hormone changes day to day. Our skin changes day to day. This is why primers don't work on everybody. So I'm going to talk primers today. And then if you stay till the end, I'm going to give you a couple really great gift ideas because I believe the cutoff for holiday shipping with Seint might be around the 10th, 11th, or 12th. Excuse me, I just spit. So, you know, every video starts with that. Okay. Most of the year I've talked about the RMS Primer. This is the Radiant Locking Primer. It comes with a refill. You pump it, and when you're done, you just... Look how much I have left. You just fill it up. It's excellent. It's clean. If you don't care about clean, it doesn't matter. It's clean anyway. For those of you who care about clean, RMS Beauty is just a phenomenal clean line. Rosemary Swift. She is a famous makeup artist, gracing the covers of Vogue and countless models and celebrities. She developed cancer many years ago and really changed everything she put on her skin and started her own makeup line, and I highly respect her. I love RMS products. But, you know, that's not for everyone. The reason I like it is because there's no silicone in it, and silicones don't tend to do very well under the Seint makeup, but some of you think it does. So, again, it's preference, right? Today I'm going to use the e.l.f. Putty Primer on one half of my face, and I'm going to use the Embrylis because these are the 2 primers that women have the most success with. e.l.f. Power Grip Primer is It's just really nice. It's a green gel. It's slightly transparent. It's very sticky tacky. And you would only go, now remember, you're gonna do your skincare prep first really well, and then you're gonna do your SPF. You're gonna have to wait a few minutes though, because the nature of SPF is it really needs time to sink in before you put on your primer. But I absolutely love this. It's like super sticky, and you just put it where you have trouble keeping makeup on. Usually it's the T-zone. So that's why I just kind of concentrated it right here where we have some larger pores, here, here, here. Okay, I don't use the outside of the face because I don't have trouble keeping makeup on. If you have trouble keeping makeup on, you can put it everywhere, but work quickly because it dries fast. So maybe just do the forehead first, then do one side of the face, then another side of the face. You have to work real quick with this, but this is like $10, $11. And I've never heard a negative review on TikTok, Instagram, anywhere. People love this, and it's so affordable. It mimics the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, which I actually have somewhere. You know what? I put it in my pro kit. The Milk Hydro Grip Primer is awesome. So if you like milk makeup, get the Milk Hydro Grip. I just offer this as a more budget-friendly solution. And to me, if I did milk on one side, this on the other, I cannot tell a difference, okay? Embrylis. This, I think, used to be very popular years ago on YouTube. It's making a comeback. I'm seeing it more and more on TikTok. This is a French moisturizer, primer, even an overnight mask. Hey, out! He's up to his shenanigans, y'all. Get in your bed. So this is in every pro makeup artist kit. It's been in every makeup trailer I've ever worked with on TV and film. It is so nice. It does have a fragrance, so many of you might not like that. But even though it's a moisturizer, you're gonna put it on over your SPF because we're treating it more like a primer. If you are oily, here's what you can do. Wash your face or rinse it in the morning, put on your vitamin C serum or any serums you want, skip moisturizer, okay? Put on your SPF, but remember, you gotta let those serums dry. You cannot rush skincare. You can if you want, but nothing's gonna lay nicely together and your makeup won't go on well. So you really do have to wait. So do your serums, wait a couple minutes, do your SPF, wait at least 5 minutes, and then you can go in with your Embrylis, okay? And I will do this over on this side. And because this is more of like, oh, it just feels so good. It smells so good. I've had quite a few women tell me in comments that they were really having a lot of trouble with Seint. They've watched all my troubleshooting videos. They've watched my step-by-step. And it wasn't until they got Embrylis, and this is about 20 to 30 bucks on Amazon. It wasn't until they got this that their Seint finally went on really nice and they loved it. And I'm like, all right, look, I love it. Some confirmation. Okay, I'm just gonna wait a couple minutes and talk to you about one gift idea. Okay, one gift idea. If you are wanting to introduce someone in your life to Seint, but there's no time for a color match and you can't get, you know, a bare-faced selfie of them and you don't want to ruin the surprise, you could always get them a really fun palette, right? This is our, what is this one called? I think this is called our 8 palette because it holds 4 and 4 of the 3D palettes. Holds 4 tins and 4 tins, so 8 tins. It's got a little mirror, so it's great for travel. It's not much bigger than my hand. It's really nice. This is what I like to travel with. This can fit like 1 or 2 foundation colors, which is called your highlight. A Bella, maybe even 2 Bellas if you're like me and you like to put 2 Bellas together. It can hold a blush. It can hold 2 to 3 Demis, maybe a couple eyeshadows. It's a great starter palette. So you could always give someone a palette, and when they open it up and they're like, okay, cute, an empty palette, what do I put in it? Then you can go, surprise, you get a free color match, you know, something like that, okay? And then we'll go in a minute and we'll talk about some fun eyeshadow palettes if you want. Now, today I'm going to start with Summer Friday's Skin Tint. Look how dirty this is. I love it though. I love to start with a skin tint before my Seint because I find then if I can even out some areas of my face just real sheerly, then I don't need as much makeup, right? So I don't know. It's just a weird thing. I'm not telling you you have to have a skin tint. I'm just telling you it works for me. Also, if you have found a primer that has worked really well under your Seint makeup, please put it in comments because I think we all learn from each other. I'm learning all the time. I mean, look at how much I have to learn about tretinoin skin and retinol skin, and I freaking hate it, but I really polished myself in the shower well, so we'll see how this does. This tint has no SPF in it, and I love that because I never want to rely on my skin tint for my SPF. It's not enough. You have to do 2 finger lengths. No one's going to do 2 finger lengths of skin tint. It's just too much makeup, okay? So I like doing a skin tint without. Now, if my skin tint, right, if I go with like a Maybelline or I have a Lancome BB cream and I have the Westman Atelier, if I do choose a skin tint or a tinted moisturizer that has SPF in it, great. I just consider that added protection, but I don't use it as my SPF. I will always put a layer of SPF on. And I like to pat this into my skin because when I rub, then I also start rubbing off dead skin cells, even though I've sloughed really well. Okay, let's see how this looks close up. But see how already, you know, that's not helping with my discoloration, but do you see how kind of just evens me out a little bit? Okay, I'm gonna look around the eyes and the brows because that's where I get the most sloughing. 0 sloughing. Oh, that looks so good. Okay, I'll be right back because I have to take a quick photo of this for Instagram, and it's because today only, I'm filming this on Tuesday the 6th. Tuesday the 6th. Today only they have a sale on Summer Fridays, but it won't apply to you by the time you watch this. I'll be back. Okay, I am back. Okay, so I have my skin tint all over. That's all I have on. I have nothing else. Oh, that's not true. When I was, I needed to cover my under eye circles a little bit, so I put a little bit of Demi. Look at that sheen. Look at that sheen. Looks so good. I saw, I was on YouTube the other day answering a bunch of comments, and I saw a gal who does not work for Seint doing a video on Seint. And normally I won't watch stuff like that, but I don't know, I had time to kill, so I clicked on it and I watched some of it. Like I watched kind of the body of it. I didn't really watch the beginning and end. But she is, I don't even know if she's a makeup artist. I think she's just a reviewer. When I say reviewer, I don't want to downplay. That's not a dig at anyone. A lot of women have made very successful careers on YouTube being reviewers, but they're not makeup artists. They're not pro makeup artists. They might be very good at their makeup, but they're not pro makeup artists, but they're reviewers, and they decided to have a YouTube channel, and she's growing a following. She's beautiful. She might be in her 40s. Anyway, she was doing Demi all wrong and then wondering why she didn't like it. She was like literally digging her finger into O3, like really thick, and like doing I was just like, oh Lord have mercy. Of course it's not gonna work, you know. And she's like, I'm not getting coverage out of it. And I literally responded, it's not a concealer. Color cancels color. You're still gonna have indentations, okay? And she's younger than me. She doesn't have the big dents I do, but she will someday. And she's just trying to pack on concealer, and I'm like, I know her makeup does not look pretty close up. I know it doesn't, because the way she packs on concealer, that's not pretty on any age. So there you have it. That's my thoughts. So if you see people using it wrong, I mean, I don't even know I wasted my time leaving a comment. She'll probably just delete it. And she even said, if you're a Seint artist, don't come after me. I wasn't coming after her. I was just literally pointing out, you're using it wrong. It's a color corrector and you're using it as a concealer, packing it on with your fingers and wondering why it's not working. Anyway, but I corrected I have blue and purple under my eyes. So I corrected that with the 03. And then under this area of the eye where I'm lighter, I did 01. And again, if you and I were having coffee right now or having lunch and you were this close to me, my under eye looks beautiful close up. And I'm 55 because we do close-up makeup here. This is the close-up beauty channel. I'm not teaching social media makeup. I want us all to look really pretty close up. So when we see our friends or our husbands or our boyfriends, or we're at a store and a retail clerk notices our skin, we're like, hell yeah, we're gonna walk with our head held high because we know we look good close up. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit of candlelit, and I like this brush. Some of you like this side. Totally up to you. Totally up to you which side you like, okay? You get to decide. It's your face. But I'm using this because I kind of go with the grain of my skin, and then that way I find that the brush isn't sloughing me off. Okay. And so see how I just kind of keep it in the middle of the face? I don't need it everywhere. I do like to go above the eyebrow. And then I'll go a little bit on the cheeks because I've got some little discoloration. I have some sunspots. I think I'm gonna go get IPL. Who's had IPL? If you've had IPL, can you please tell me what the downtime is? I'd like to hear from real women. And will you tell me how many you had in a series and did it actually work? Because like my skin's great. I'm very pretty even skinned and I have really nice texture and you know, a great sheen at all times. I keep very hydrated, but I've got the sunspots. Now they're faded. They're definitely faded since my TCA peel, but I have a bunch of little freckles and sunspots really starting on my forehead. That's where I notice it the most. So I've done the Muesli Spot Cream and it's very good, but I don't want to use that. They say not to use it more than 2-3 months. You're supposed to cycle on and cycle off of hydroquinone, and so I don't want to use that. I can't get another TCA peel because I don't have the downtime. So anyway, okay, so that's the only place I'm putting it. You saw that. I'm not going on my jawline. I don't need it down there. I'm definitely not taking it into my texture areas. And then you know, if you know, you know. The Sands Out sponge. And you know what? I have 2 new ones that I bought. Actually, I didn't buy it. I bought one for my sister. I hope she doesn't see this. Surprise! For Christmas, I bought one for my sister and one for me because I knew this one was starting to get old, and honestly, I've never washed it. If you've washed it, let me know how it turns out. I have not washed it. So I just buy new ones. Like every other month, I buy a new one. Okay? And there we have it. Now, let me look at it close up with the primer under it, okay? Okay, I'm looking real close up. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I'm witnessing right now. Interesting. I look dehydrated right here, but not right here. Isn't that interesting? I think it's because I sleep on this side and I'm probably scrunching my face. Okay, but I'm looking in a 10-time magnification mirror and I'm looking real close up. This side is blurring my pores more, probably because it's a primer and it's kind of filling in my pores. And this side, I can see my pores more, but people do the power grip to hold the makeup on and keep it on. So it's two different purposes. You can't use them together, so you wouldn't use both. Yeah, so I'm liking this side a little bit better, except this cheek looks prettier because right here I'm starting to get like this like lateral texture just in this spot, and I know it's because I sleep on this side. See, I had to stop sleeping on this side because I got a helix. Look, I got a helix right up here. Hurts like a mofo. Don't get a helix. Do not get a, if you're over 50, you should not be piercing your cartilage. It does not heal the way it does on young people. And I know I can hear some of you going, duh. Well, I didn't know that. And I'm trying to keep up with my 15-year-old daughter. So I wanted to be the young hip mom, and we went and got piercings. So I can't sleep on this side. But, you know, I'm getting my full face and neck surgery on February 1st. So I'm not going to be able to sleep on any side. I'm going to have to sleep on my back. And I have a wedge pillow. I'm going to have to sleep kind of sitting propped up for a few weeks. So, okay, so there you have it. I'm not going to do the rest of my face because I have to go and do some TikToks right now with some eye makeup. So this is what you get. You know what I will do though? I will do... Oh, look at that. No, we don't want that one. Here we go. I'm going to put my Painterly on. I also love Laying Low, which has a little more peach in it. It's a little deeper than this. It has a little more peach. And I also love Soft Ochre. Soft Ochre is a little bit deeper and more golden tone. So if you like a kind of a fair beige, go with Painterly. If you find that Painterly's maybe a little too light, go with Laying Low. It's a little deeper and peachier, just a little bit. And then Soft Ochre is a little deeper and more golden. But I love the MAC paint pots. They just really smooth that eyelid out so well. Nothing smooths it out, in my opinion, as well as that. Okay, so let's talk real quick about some fun eyeshadow palettes you can create for the loved one in your life for Christmas or for yourself, okay? So, I had this little warm one that I created. Remember when I did pumpkin spice latte? I had this little one. And let's see, is this Bubba? Sure is. Okay, so we're gonna take that out. And, okay, so I'm gonna use this. And I'm gonna tell you a really nice one to start with. So you can do Cupcake. You can do Chai, Cupcake and Chai. So Chai can be your transition color. You can do Bubba. And then to keep it on the warm side, you can do Coco. Look at how beautiful and warm that is, and we'll go with anything in your wardrobe. Any warm blush, warm lips, bronzed face. Here is your neutral year-round. You never even have to deviate from this. If you really want to add like a fun color, you could always, on your eyelid, you could always pop on, like this is Riviera, or you could do Foxy. You know, just a little shimmer. You know how I do it. I go right in the center of the eyelid. We don't do a whole lot of shimmer on the eyes, just a little bit to show a real pretty little sheen on the eyes, okay? So there is your warm neutral palette. Now let's do a cool neutral palette. So I'm gonna get the Bubba back out because I think Bubba is just a really good standard base shadow to start with. So we're gonna do Bubba. And I love Kohl. Gosh, I love Kohl. Coal has really become one of my favorite colors. It's like this beautiful black brown, but it's on the cool side. Okay, so we have kind of a base shadow, kind of that creamy color for our brow bone, which is Cupcake, and then you've got the okay, so is this Labrynth? I love Labrynth. Now remember, I'm doing cool neutrals. We could even go cooler than this if we wanted. Yeah, this is Labrynth. So I love Labrynth because Labrynth is almost like a cool olive taupe. I love that together. And then this is so stinking pretty. This is Everest. Now watch this. Isn't that gorgeous? This is a beautiful, this would be a cool neutral palette. Look at that gorgeous shimmer. It's kind of a satiny taupe, kind of a silvery satiny taupe, just again on the center of your eyelid. So we have the warm pretend cupcakes right here, and we have the cool neutral, okay? And I can put both of those in the description. So if you tap on the title of the video, you have a couple different fun, because I get asked a lot, you know, and every time I color match, I always include eyeshadows just because, you know, I'm not trying to cram more product down your throat, but women kept coming back a week later and going, okay, now what eyeshadows do I need? And I'm like, oh, I'm just going to put it all in the color match because it cuts down on my emails. You can't imagine how many hours of emails I get a day. So there you go. Great Christmas gift. Okay, I think that's it for now. I've got to go and shoot some TikToks, but I wanted to show you different primers. Feel free to put your primer of choice in comments, whatever you love under Seint. I have been hearing about this new one by Merit Beauty, which is kind of an oil primer, and that's kind of interesting to me, so maybe I'll get that and we'll play with that next year. I know that shipping times are about almost at the very end for Christmas presents with Seint, so you want to get something probably pretty soon, probably in the next week. And yeah, those are my top 3 primers. The RMS silicone free, the Embrylis, and the e.l.f. And again, all different price points, all different types. They're not one of those is the same. They're so different. And the interesting thing, oh, it's interesting too, because this side looks more velvety than this side. That's interesting. I would think this side would be more dewy. It's not. Do you see that? Look, I'm a little bit more diffused, and here I'm a little bit more sheeny. Isn't that interesting? See, I would never know if I wouldn't have done this video. Yeah, this is more diffused and velvety with the Embrylis, and this, look how I'm more sheeny on this side. Surprises me. I would think it would be the other way around. You just never know until you play, and this is the thing. I could come to your house and do a one-on-one with you, and I could do your makeup beautifully, and you would be like, wow, this is it. This is my formula for life. And then guess what? A week happens and you try the same thing again, and for some reason that day doesn't work, you know, and it depends on what skincare, how you layered it, how much time between the layers, what's the weather doing, what's the humidity level, is it dry, what are your hormones doing, did your hormones fluctuate, did you get enough sleep, have you been drinking enough water? Do you see what I'm saying? There are so many variables that even when an expert holds your hand and tells you exactly what to do, it's really just the fundamentals, and you have to kind of be your own guinea pig. And that's why I always say save receipts, save receipts. If something doesn't work, send it back. I sent back that True Botanicals skin tint that was horrible right when I finished that YouTube video last week. I went right on True Botanicals. I said, this is horrible. I love your skincare. I'm a huge fan of True Botanicals. This is the worst skin tint I've ever tried in my life. Guess what they did? I had it all packaged up in the box, ready for a shipping label, and they said, you know what, we're going to refund your money and just keep it. It's just, don't even send it back. Just keep it, give it to someone, maybe see if you can make it work somehow, but we're going to give you your money back and just keep it. I wasn't prepared for that, but I take back things to Ulta. I take back things to Sephora. I take back things to Walgreens, CVS, Target, actually not Target, but Walmart. I will take back something that does not work for me. So save your receipts. And that goes with Seint. You know, Seint has a 30-day money back guarantee return policy. If you don't like something, send it back in 30 days and you get your money back. No brainer, right? We love that. So anyway, okay. I wanted to do Korean skincare this Saturday, but I really, really think I need a whole other entire week to keep using it. But I'm falling in love with this one line that's Japanese, not Korean. But it all comes from yesstyle.com. So we'll talk about all of that and how to navigate their website. And they have an app and how to find the best products and how to find what's trending. And we'll talk about all of that. But I feel like I need a whole other week because you can't just use skincare for 2 or 3 days and go, this is it, everyone. I love it. Like, remember how I used snail mucin a while before I really started preaching snail mucin, right? So I'm going to need another week. So I think this Saturday, I think I'm going to do an entire face of Charlotte Tilbury. Now, there's a few things I don't have by Charlotte. Like, I'll have to do a different eyebrow. I'll have to do maybe a little bit of a different foundation because I don't have Charlotte Tilbury. Oh, no, I do have a Charlotte Tilbury foundation. Never mind. I'm going to do a whole face of Charlotte Tilbury. She's never sent me PR. She doesn't know who I am. Her social media team never reaches out to mature influencers. So every single thing in the Charlotte Tilbury video is stuff I've paid for with my own money. And most of it is for my pro kids, not even for me. I don't really buy Charlotte for me. I buy it for my pro kid. So let's do that. Let's do that this Saturday. That'll be fun. A whole face of Charlotte Tilbury. Okay? See you Saturday.